Sports. We've got live NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Here we go. Now here's Wright. Pass to Bender. Clock at 6. From deep. They get it again. Second shot opportunity. The 3-ball. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Daniels. Irving for 3. Fareed grabs the board. Now Wright. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Fareed. Irving looking around. Takes it inside. And the finish by Irving.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Pass to Bender. Here's Fareed. 5 on the clock. Takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Mobo, and he goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though. Now here's Wright. Pass to Bender. Fires the 3. And Aiden pulls it down. Outside Irving. All alone. Nice jump shot.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
They retain possession. 1:56 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Fareed. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this way.
And slam that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Right outside. They set the screen. To the left side wing. Here's Fareed. And there's the drive. Shoots over Ayton. Kicks it out to Jackson. Three-pointer. Oh, rejected by Ayton.
Yeah, Ayton has all the physical gifts of a great shot blocker. Size, length, and agility.
From the inbound. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now here's Irving. This one for 3. The rebound by Jackson. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. And the three is good, and the foul. This could turn into a 4-point play.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Irving with it. 32 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Daniels. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Inside. Outside Koulibaly. Looking to win the run. Hits the trifecta.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting for the away team.
And he can't get the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. Knocked away. And stolen by Jackson. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. They lead by 7. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Now here's Wright. Poke loose. Outside Irving. Hayden with a screen. Lets a three fly. And that's good. Irving for 3. Irving's got 7 points.
Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
To the middle. Here's Fareed. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it.
Right outside. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, great body control, good timing. Jackson really works the pick and roll to perfection.
Rim protection and shooting so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
Then a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the three-point contest one day. Here's Kamari. No points so far. Pass to Mobo. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Here's Bender. He's got 7. Basket counts. He's got 9.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Daniels misses. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Right on the right side. Jackson outside. Koulibaly up top. Over Irving. And it's Koulibaly missing. Here's Kamari. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Yeah, sticking it to them inside. Good luck throwing Ayton off when he attacks like this.
Full team foul. Kamari. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
The visitors with the ball. Outside Koulibaly. Drives to the hoop. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. It's Covington on the wing. Pass to Shepherd. Shot clock at 6. And the jam by Covington.
The vertical of Covington paying dividends. Fantastic job leaping up to slam it down.
Here's Wright. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
54 seconds left in the first half of this game. Koulibaly on the wing. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Here's Chalmers. Going inside. Here's Kamari. Fires in the triple. Kamari's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's Shepherd. The putback is no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by 1. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Stolen! Here's Ellison. Pass to Mobo. Here's Chalmers. Here's Mobo. 6 to shoot. They set a pick. Misses the layup.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Covington, no good.
Great opportunity. Just couldn't complete the play.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Ellison. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Here's Shepherd. He's scoreless. Pass to Mobo. Down low. Here's Shepherd. Outside Reddish. To the inside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Down low. Cuts off the pass. They've got numbers. Here's Mobo. No good with the triple. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Launches a 3. And that one's good. Chalmers has got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Shepherd. And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Reddish. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Mobo. And that one is stuffed right through.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? And here's Koulibaly. Pass to Chalmers. Outside Covington. The three is up. Left side Koulibaly. Knocks down the long J. Koulibaly's got 6.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Chalmers. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Chalmers has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's the break. Here's Ellison. Ellison grabs the board. Here's Shepard. No good with a layup.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Robert Covington. That's foul number 2 for him. The home team calls timeout.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Chalmers. No good on the quick 3. .107 left in the third. And they go to the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the gameplay. Here's Daniels from the arc. Kept alive. Hayden with a screen. Tries again. Daniels, that one's true. Daniels has got 6.
Yes, slick play call by Daniels. Pick and rolls give him room to operate, and he does not waste it at all.
Pass to Fareed. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bender. Fires from deep. Here's Jackson. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Koulibaly. Outside Irving. Here's the pick. And he misses the go-ahead basket. He's got a clear path. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And the defense had no chance trying to stop him there. Just punishing them on the break.
The home team calls timeout. Irving for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And we've reached the end of the third. Up by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Now here's Wright. On the take. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? To the paint. And he throws it down with one hand.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Jackson outside. Inside. Fareed. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, my. He's got a little something special for us here, B.A.
Yeah, you know he does. And now they built the lead. This is when he breaks out the crazy moves.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Pass to Bender. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Fareed. There's Jackson with the 3. Mobo with the rebound.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Ayton with a screen. Down low. Pass to Daniels. To take the lead. Can't get it to go. He's made 4 of his 8 attempts. Out to the wing.
Whole team foul. Dyson Daniels. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Jackson down low. The shot off that time. There's the screen. Koulibaly on the wing.
2 minutes remaining.
To tie it up. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Fareed. One-handed slam right there.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. And that's a foul called on DeLon Wright. That's his first foul of the game. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Right outside. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team.
Pass to Ayton. Here's Mobo. Back to Ayton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Daniels. And it's good. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings him within 1. Right with the ball. Picked up by Koulibaly. And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Wright. 40 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Count it!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Here's Irving. The rebound by Bender.
Come on. If you're going to go for the crazy dunk, you better finish it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both, and it's a 5-point game.
When you've got your opponent down, don't let him up. This one's all but over.
The home team calls timeout. Let's hear from our analyst. Give us your take on the strategy being discussed right now.
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
Seven seconds left in the game. Irving, no good.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the...
Thanks for joining us. We've got a Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. Joined by Coach Stan Van Gundy and Grant Hill. This is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. Here we go. Here's Daniels. Pass to Irving. There's the drive. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line.
Personal foul.
It's going to go on DeLon Wright. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And here's Wright. Pass to Fareed. The ball's knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving. Here's Jackson. Oh, sweet move. And he lays it up and in.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Here's Daniels. Now Aiden. Aiden with a screen. On the wing, Daniels. 5 to shoot. Back to Irving. And Irving powers it home.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
We played just over a minute here in the first. Now here's Wright. Boom! He jams it straight down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
On the wing, Daniels. Just 5 on the clock. There's the 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And how about Jaren Jackson Jr., another second-generation player that we have here in the NBA?
Yeah, Brian, and his dad was a winner at every level. He was a high school champion, had the #1 team in college, and of course was part of a championship team with the Spurs.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
To the inside. Fast break. Here we go. He launches a 3. Fareed grabs the board. Right with the ball. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Bender, no good. Outside Coulibaly. On the wing, Irving. Pass to Mobo. The shake. And he lays it in.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Now Wright. Here's Bender. No good with the triple. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Here's Irving. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Right on the right side. 1:14 left in the opening quarter. Pass to Bender. Looking to end the run. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
With two hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Back to Irving. A rebound by Jackson.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled it.
Second team foul.
Here's Wright. To the middle. Here's Bender. There's the block. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. "35 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Daniels. Yet to see a basket. Lays it up and banks it in.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. We've got 22 seconds left now in the first quarter. And here's Wright. Pass to Coulibaly. Back to Wright. Good if it goes. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that concludes the first quarter of play.
The away team.
They're up by 6. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Driving to the basket. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Here's Mobo. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
Just 4 to shoot. Stolen by Ayton. Here's Daniels. Pass to Irving. Now here's Ayton. Ayton with a screen. 5 on the clock. Here's Irving. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Fareed. Jumps up. Oh, botches the slam dunk finish. And they're on the run. Irving for 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
3 points.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Now here's Wright. Pass to Jackson. And there's a pick. Fires the 3. Mobo with the rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Daniels. Outside Coulibaly. Ayton with it. 3-pointer. Mobo can't hit.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Pass to Coulibaly. They still need this. Fareed, count it. Fareed's got 5.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Daniels, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Outside Coulibaly.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Bender. Over Irving. Bender, no good. 1:46 left for the first half of basketball. He gets it in there.
Fantastic decision-making. Ayton electing to move it for the high percentage look.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. 1:43 left to the second period. Right outside. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the visitors call time here. Leaps for it. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right side Reddish. Here's the 3. That shot, no good.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
And it's Chalmers missing. A minute 4 left in the first half. Pass to Shepard. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Chalmers. Puts it up from 15. That one's wide left.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Here's Chalmers. Still no points. Fires for 3. The rebound by Shepard. Launches a 3. Drills it from deep.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So it's the home team now, trailing by 13. They set the pick. Here's Chalmers. Buries it down low.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now here's Covington to the left wing. 6 to shoot. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Chalmers. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Covington with it. He's scoreless. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
On the drive, Covington's agility has a big impact. He can just duck and dodge his way inside.
Here's Chalmers. Out to the right wing. It's tipped. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Ellison. Hey, expanding his range. That shot off. Good D by Covington. Here's Shepard. Puts up a 3. Ellison grabs the board. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Here's Chalmers. There's a screen. Pass to Reddish. Lets it go from deep. Here's Mobo. The layup off target. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Covington. What a terrific move that is. Covington's gotten 4 this quarter.
A long, strong forward. Covington shows the ability to finish inside.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Right outside. Pass to Bender. Back to Wright. From behind the arc. And Ayton pulls it down. Koulibaly on the wing. Now Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Outside Irving. Back to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Yeah, looking at Ayton using all of his height and reach, slamming it down on a helpless defense.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Offensive rebound. Fareed. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the third. Left side Koulibaly. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jackson. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Rim protection and shooting so important. Jaren Jackson Jr. has both of those skills, Stan.
Yeah, and look, Brian, it's rare to find guys who can do both of those things. Shot blocker at the rim and stretch the defense at the other end. Guys like that are hard to come by.
He's been a defensive player of the year. Maybe we'll see him in the three-point contest one day.
Julius Irving.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's Bender. The 3 is up. Can't get it to drop.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Koulibaly. From outside, off the mark. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Fareed. That 3's off the mark. Outside Koulibaly. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3. Now Koulibaly. No points yet. Right outside. Gets it off. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for court. And 1/4 to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Daniels. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Daniels. He can't get that one to fall. And right with the defensive effort. Jackson outside. Now here's Wright. Here's Bender. Takes the 3. Hits the 3-pointer.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Left side Irving. Oh!
Wow!
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Here's Bender. 4-3. The shot no good. On the break. And he jams it home with authority.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. And he gets that one.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Pass to Mobo. Here's Daniels. Hounded by Wright. Beyond the arc. And here's Ayton. Second shot opportunity. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Yeah, what I appreciate about Ayton is that he wants to keep getting better. You have to be excited about his future.
2 shots.
So he comes up empty at the line. Outside Koulibaly. He's off on the layup.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Irving looking around. From deep. It's stolen away. Here's Fareed. And the layup is good.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Here's Daniels. And here's Ayton. This one for 3. That one is off. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now. Bender, no good. Oh, deflected. Outside Koulibaly. No good from outside.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Here's Wright.
At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. 1:42 left in the 4th. To get back on track, Here's Covington. Shot blocked. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Here's Chalmers. Drains the triple.
Chalmers. 3.
A minute 31 left in the game. Right outside. Takes a three. Drops in the three. Wright's got 5 points in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
From outside the arc. The shot by Fareed, no good.
Home team foul. Jonathan Bender. First personal foul. Second team foul.
1 minute left to play in the fourth quarter. Here's Chalmers. Offline with a three. Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Bender. From the arc. Ellison grabs the board. .32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shepard, that's good.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's Coulibaly. Here's Bender. Right outside. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson the screen. From deep three-point range. The shot comes out. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout.
afternoon edition of the NBA for you. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. And here's Albuquerque now. Now Graham. Pass to Chalmers. Now O'Neal. Drives to the hoop. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. And there's a pick. Wright attacking. Rips it home off a terrific move.
The quickness of DeLon Wright is a lot for defenders to deal with. How pretty is that drive?
Here's Chalmers. Fareed grabs the board.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Here's Koulibaly. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
He's just too quick to the cup. No one near him to get posted.
That shot is good by O'Neal.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Bender. It's Wright on the wing. Kicks it out to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down. Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Jackson, the screen. And that one's good. Koulibaly. Koulibaly's got his second basket of the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Pass to Fareed. Here's the pick. And he goes in for the dunk.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play he just practiced time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in. Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Pass to Bender. Back to Wright. The three ball. Here's Fareed. And he dunks it down.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
.116 left now in the first quarter. Here's Wright. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Slams it down with two hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to O'Neal. And a deep three from Leonard. Wright with the board.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Now here's Wright. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Back to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
What a pretty pass from DeLon Wright. This guy can play one or two, but that passing ability is important at either position.
Here's Leonard. Still no points. 16 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Fareed. A deep three. Sinks the tray.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Up by 12. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
And so Anunoby will bring it up for Albuquerque. Down by 12. Leonard with the ball. Now Wright defending. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Pass to O'Neal. Outside for Grant. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Out left to the wing. Here's Bender. Off target from three-point range. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Chalmers. He can't get it to go. And Wright with the defensive effort. It's Wright on the wing. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Wright's got 6.
Well, DeLon Wright with a jump shot looking fluid right now.
Here's Chalmers. No good on the triple.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Bender. Still without a bucket. Jackson outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
And here's Leonard. Fires it. The rebound by Jackson.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Here's Bender. Gets the three to fall.
3 points.
Bender's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Chalmers to end the run. Here's Leonard. Back to O'Neal. It's stolen away. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Here's Bender. Sends it home from three-point land. Bender's got 6 here in the quarter.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Pass to Bender. Puts up a deep three. O'Neal pulls it in. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pulls it from the top of the key. And here comes the break. Here's Jackson. He's got it. 4 for 4 now. He's automatic.
Yeah, the play naturally finds Jackson because he's so well positioned. He's right where his team needs him.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
It's Jackson, high post. Pass to Fareed. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on OG Anunoby. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting for the away team.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Here's Chalmers. Outside Anunoby. Back to O'Neal. Pass to Anunoby. Second shot opportunity. O'Neal misses. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ellison. He's covered by O'Neal. Here's Mobo. Three-pointer. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. And here's Grant. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Bender. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close.
38.
Delivering the blowout. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Anunoby on the wing. Screen by O'Neal. Anunoby can't get it to go. Here's Shepard. To the left side wing. Here's Chalmers. No points yet. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mobo. To the wing, right side. Nails it from 3.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And here's Albuquerque now. Outside O'Neal.
Away team foul. Shepard. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Knocks it loose. Reddish with it. Picked up by Reddish. Pass to Shepard. To the inside. Mobo. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Reddish on the wing. And that goes out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
And they retain possession. Batase down low. Here's Jackson. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Here's Chalmers. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
3
Chalmers has got 5 points now this quarter.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Second team foul.
Albuquerque shooting their first free throws of the game.
Goga Bitadze.
So he gets them both. Here's Chalmers. He's got 5. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Pass to Mobo. Beyond the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Mobo's got 8 points.
Everything is dropping for them. Just a terrific third period run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter. Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
.149 left to play in the third. And that one's good. Chalmers.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The shot by Dunn, no good.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
He buries it from 3.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
.103 left in the third quarter. Here's Shepard. The 3 is up. Hits the 3-pointer. Shepard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Here's Chalmers. Give him 8 points now. Jacks up a 3. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. .30 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Inside. The shot by Dunn, no good.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Left side Reddish. Looking to end the run. Can't get the layup. Oh, it's stolen away. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Delivering the blowout. And coming up as soon. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. On offense, here's Albuquerque. Grant the screen. Chalmers. The rebound by Bender.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
The dunk with a foul on top of it. So strong.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. And here's Albuquerque now. Pass to right. There's the block. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Outside Coulibaly. From downtown. Pure from three-point range.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
A few few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to right. To the right side. 6 on the shot clock. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. O'Neal with it to halt the run, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Going dunk for dunk. It's an aerial display.
Hey, and we may get another one this next trip up the floor. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line.
Just a load to deal with inside. When Jackson Jr. goes up strong, he puts the defense in difficult situations.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
And that one's good. Chalmers. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Right outside. On the take. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty 2-hander. Off target at the rim.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
To the paint. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Kenneth Furry.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Coulibaly. And he caps off the break with a monster slam.
That was a really nice sequence there. Just strong effort at both ends of the floor.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Coulibaly. And the three-pointer goes. Coulibaly's got 11 in the second half.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And, of course, he makes good use of it.
And he drives in. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on OG Anunoby. And here's Albuquerque now. Pass to Chalmers. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Team foul.
That free throw misses.
At the line for Albuquerque, Mario Chalmers.
Good on the second one.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Down low. Here's Wright. Pass to Bender. They set the pick. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Grant.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
That's tipped. Here's Chalmers. Takes the 3. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And here's Wright from the arc. Sinks it from distance.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
For 3. He drops it from range.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Well, you like the decision-making from OG Anunoby right there. Picking quality shots, gets into his jump shooting motion. Well done.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Right outside. Oh, powered down with both hands.
adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. NBA basketball headed your way on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And here's Albuquerque now. Grant in the post. Oh, Grant throws it down.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Here's Bender. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from O'Neal. Pass to Grant. Out to Leonard. Anunoby with it. Screen by O'Neal. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
Putting that 7'5" wingspan to use. Jackson with great timing on the rejection.
Albuquerque foul call. Shaquille O'Neal. First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. Pass to Fareed.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Count it. Good.
And I have no clue how he got that one to fall, pulling some magic in the midair and torturing the defense in the process.
Grant attacks. From deep. Fareed grabs the board. And here's Wright. Jackson down low. Out to the right wing. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Now here's Wright. Here's Bender. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Chalmers. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Here's Koulibaly. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Come on, B.A. Emphatic slam from a player who does it better than most.
Oh, defense optional when the freight train is coming.
Always in attack mode. We see him do this night after night.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Second team foul.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Taking two shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
And it's Chalmers missing.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Right outside. The 3 is up. They get it back. Kicks it out to Jackson. From the arc. Knocks down the triple. Jackson's got 5 now.
That's just unfair. 6'11" Jackson just sinking threes. I guess this is the new NBA.
Here's Chalmers. A quick shot there. It's off target.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 5. Pass to Bender. 2 on the clock. The 3 is up. With the clock winding down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Mario Chalmers.
And that one's good. Chalmers.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Here's Wright. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Here's Chalmers. And he banks in the layup.
Mario Chalmers.
He has 7.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Grant with a steal. And they'll get another chance. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. They lead by 7. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
Pass to Coulibaly. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Anunoby. Tries it from the top of the key. Here's Leonard. And no good. Some solid defense from Coulibaly. Inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Richard, every team wants three-point shooters and rim protection. Jaren Jackson Jr. gives you both.
Oh, he is the prototypical big man. He's Defensive Player of the Year. He's led the league in blocks on multiple occasions, and he can stretch the floor and shoot threes.
Here's Batase. Still no points. Now here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Big time two-hand slam.
And right on top of the defender, too. That's got to feel good. Pass to Batase. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got to get out.
They grab their own miss. Oh, nice D from Anunoby.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Albuquerque foul call. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for Albuquerque.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. To the paint. Fareed. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his balance.
Here's Chalmers. No good on the triple. It's stolen. Jackson outside. Right with the board. To the middle. Kicks it out to Jackson. Outside Reddish. Pass to Chalmers. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range.
3 points.
Chalmers has got 10 points.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Who poked away.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Natase with a screen. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Chalmers. No good with a layup. Now Koulibaly. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. To the inside.
Yes! They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the tracks.
Here's Bender. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Bender's got 7 points for the quarter.
The floater is so tough to defend against. Nothing defenders can really do but shake their heads.
Will it go? Jackson. Fareed grabs the board. Here's Bender. 10 points for him. Pass to Fareed. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane. And that's a double-double for him now.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
And Batase gets it to go.
Assist from Mario Chalmers.
8 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Koulibaly. Kicks it out to Jackson. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half.
With the score.
Up 19. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Here's Chalmers. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul. Here's Jackson. Still without a bucket. Fires in the triple.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Here's Chalmers. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Over to the wing. Dunn left side. Tries it from 16. Count it.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
There's Chalmers. Takes it inside.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Pass to Alexander. Reddish on the wing. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Dunn. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
That's tipped. Pass to Shepard. Here's the three. Gets the 3 ball to go.
and just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And down it goes. 2 points.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Here's Chalmers. There's the drive.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
And here's Albuquerque now. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And the shot goes.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Shepard.
Albuquerque foul. Harvey Blunt. Second personal foul. First team foul. In for Albuquerque. Number
Here's Chalmers.
James Harden.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. On target from range. Chalmers has got 13 points in this quarter.
Hey, I'd keep feeding him every trip. He's been on fire this quarter.
Down low. Rob. Here's Shepard to the inside. Out to the right wing. Launches a three. And that one's good. Chalmers has got 16 points here in the second half.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard. But Graham, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
They get the rebound. O'Neal. And again, unable to change momentum here. Reddish on the wing. Pass to Mobo. Soft touch off the glass.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Chalmers. 18 points for him. Here's Ellison. Pass to Chalmers. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. Outside O'Neal.
Home team foul. Mario Chalmers. First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for Albuquerque.
8 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Chalmers. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big time shot from him there.
At the end of the third quarter. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Alexander. Leonard on the wing. Hits the three-pointer. Leonard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Talk about a pure jumper. Leonard doesn't need a lot of space to rise up.
Right outside. Pass to Bender. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
Leonard outside. Outside Anunoby. From downtown, Fareed grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too. He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Albuquerque making a switch here. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Chalmers. Off target from three-point range.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
And here's Wright from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Now here's Anunoby. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Fareed. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
And that was a good read from Leonard, noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Here's Wright. After the basket by Albuquerque on the other end. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Drained it for 2 points.
Mario Chalmers.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And so the ball out of bounds. Anunoby touched it last. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Bender. The three. It's rebounded by Grant. And here's Albuquerque now. Leonard for three. Kept alive. O'Neal. The shot's good.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Coulibaly. There's a screen. Pass to Bender. Clock at 6. And he jams it home with authority.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Here's Chalmers. Here's O'Neal. And terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
Those are some hustle points, really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Jackson can't get it to go. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Albuquerque. Grant in the post. Pass to Chalmers. And here's Anunoby. Now here's Grant. Into the lane. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Oh, got that one up quick.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Kawhi Leonard.
Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Oh, the slam from Leonard. Love watching him finish with force.
Blocking
These
foul.
calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Coulibaly. They set a pick. Driving to the basket. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Chalmers. Inside. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
The first one falls.
At the line for Albuquerque.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Here's Bender. There's the 3. Counted from distance.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Well, I credit some of